wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. And golly Bob, yes, I am a little bit late. I'm a little bit late. My bad. And I it's a-okay. Today's been a long day. But we are here. I have to give a shout out to Black Moms Connection. Whew, it's been a long tax season, y'all. But I'm really amped about this because I just want to give you guys the rundown of what's happening. And hopefully you guys missed me because it's been a minute since I've done a live. I've been doing mostly premieres. Um, and I have to apologize for having it a day late last week. If you remember, it's been a month. Oh, not a month. It's been 4 years since my mom's passing, so I was kind of in a funk. But I pushed through. And I was able to post the episode, and it's just that I I was just in a funk. So I apologize for being late and things, but I am here. I am alive, and I'm just trying to sort out everything. So yeah. So how's everyone doing? I can't believe it's like mid-April. Golly Bob, it's mid-April. Who would have known? Right? But as of late, I've been really busy, like literally late nights, early mornings, trying to get things done. And when it comes to the taxes, it's actually ironic that even though I'm trying to do it late nights and early mornings, there's still things that CRA isn't doing, right? So, and I just wanted to keep you ladies and gentlemen updated because I spoke about it last time. Like there are delays, and CRA finally has decided to give us like, oops, sorry guys, um you don't have your tax slips right now. So I wanted to give you guys the breaking news. But before I do that, I got exciting news. So, listen, if anyone has been looking at the stock market as of late, golly, like what? Ever since what, April Fool's Day, or not even April 1st, April 2nd, the market has been bleeding. And remember, this is for educational purposes only, but what I'm saying is, instead of panicking, I want you guys to like just know that this is a time to this, everything's on discount, really and truly, right? So that's one thing I want you to realize. And also big up Quest Trade, because Quest Trade has fractional shares. Brr, 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 brr. So I don't care what anyone says. Well, simple has nothing on Quest Trade, okay? So you know what? As you can see in my show notes, I always talk about Quest Trade. So come, let anybody that wants wants to open up a quest trade, please, let's do it. I'm putting in the chat. I'm pinning it. There's no more excuses. We're doing this. We're doing this. So please, please, please go get quest trade. First of all, they have zero commission now, and they have fractional shares now. And this is for the folks that, if you're thinking about, oh, Amazon's too big, Nvidia or AMD and all those stocks are too large. Now you have an opportunity to get fractions. So now you guys have no excuses to join the Discord. Yes, the Discord's still happening, and I know I haven't talked about it in a while. That's because sometimes you guys were not participating, but I forgive y'all. I forgive y'all. The folks that are still in it, you're still the MVP. You're still the MVP. So hold on. Join the Discord. Hold on. You still have an opportunity to join the Discord. Okay. So I would recommend folks to join Quest Trade. You're not losing. You're gonna be winning. And we'll be able to still talk and be able to have conversations on why this is ideal for you, right? So, boom, bam, bam. But before I even start the tax season conversation, let's go to our commercial, and I might have a new one coming up. Okay, so stay tuned. Voila.
Imagine turning financial chaos into calm. Meet Alex. Alex is a young professional buried in bills and receipts. They're overwhelmed, unsure where to start. But then, light bulb moment. Alex discovers Finance IQ. With just a few clicks, Alex is setting up a personalized budget thanks to Finance IQ's user-friendly tools. It's like having a financial coach right at their fingertips. Fast forward a few weeks, and Alex is breezing through bill payments, watching their savings grow and even planning for the future. No more stress, no more chaos, just simple steps leading to big results. Alex now shops with confidence, knowing every dollar's accounted for. Finance IQ didn't just help organize Alex's finances, it gave them peace of mind. Ready to take control of your finances? Visit Finance IQ today and start your journey to financial freedom. Finance IQ. Simple steps, big results.
Before I start, do I do a poll? I'm not gonna do a poll yet. Once I'll do a poll soon, but I want to start with the big one. And I'm using, me, I like to use articles, Financial Post, and everything. So I want to share this post that I seen. And it's funny that I'm sharing this because usually when I was in the webinar today, again, big up Black Moms Connection, I was just mentioning to the ladies like, oh, just be mindful because one thing I don't want ladies and gentlemen to do is file early and then they're going to be reassessed. The last thing I need y'all to do is be reassessed. Eek. That's the worst thing that can happen because there's a possibility you can right? So let's look at this one. Let's find a way. So the first article I have is this one. Is this and if you are confused of what's going on, I totally understand. It's more ideal for asking like a tax specialist to be able to look over it just to see like why your tax slips are missing. Again, like I mentioned, CRA tried to do something new and it's been a headache. So like even the end of February, I was trying to help folks submit their T4 summary, and it was tricky at first. It was tricky at first, but then we were able to push through. But it's so annoying, right? But here's the article, just so you ladies and gentlemen are able to have a better understanding of what's been happening and things. So I think you guys, you ladies and gentlemen can see it. So there's actually 29%. of folks that are confused about what's happening and what are they supposed to claim, and then 28 are planning to delay filing as a result. And I get it. I get it. You're for the folks that are going to receive a refund, I totally understand why you would want to delay. But for the folks that are going to be owing, I wouldn't recommend filing late because listen, CRA is always going to be like, hey, give me my money, right? So I really want you, ladies and gentlemen, to be mindful about filing late if you owe. Because remember, the due date is still April 30th, as far as I know. As far as I know, there's a possibility that they will extend it, but we can't say it's guaranteed until they actually say that's the case, right? So I want to be mindful about that. And you know what? Maybe I shouldn't show you guys the article because I feel like it gets distracted. I want you guys to look upon me, focus on me, and stuff, right? Um, so it's actually scary because we're April 12th and 18 days is a due date. I know people are not going to think about it because it's Easter next week. Are you really going to be paying attention what's going on with your taxes? And I have a lot of folks that are like, come here, just I don't want to deal with donations or medical. Just push it through. But I want to like stress it. Do not file so frantic without making sure you have everything, right? I have many people that send me the information, but they don't have everything. And that's what I'm trying to like structure. I'm like, just send me everything once you have everything, and then I'll be able to do it. But I also have a checklist. Like I always have a checklist for you guys. I always show like, oh, what are the things that are missing? So example, if I know someone just had a child, I'll be like, oh, I haven't gotten that information. Is there some expenses that you haven't considered? Things like that. Or if it's a senior person, oh, I noticed you're over 65. Where's your CPP? Where's your and if they're a little bit older, um, there's a possibility they're getting their OAF or their pension. Things like that. It's just once I'm able to understand what I'm seeing, I'll be able to provide the best information. All right. So that's one thing. And listen, I understand the misconception because of this. And I know someone's going to be happy with this one, okay? Um, has anyone seen the gas prices? Have you seen the gas prices? I was using my dad's car the other day just to go somewhere, and I literally was like 1.13 skirks to just get gas. And the reason why is because of the Canada carbon rebate. Yes, we have a new prime minister, and there's things that he reversed already, which was the capital gains taxes. Praise Jah. Um, I know there's a lot of folks that are very excited about that, but I know a lot of folks that started selling off things because of this the capital gains tax, right? So it is annoying when you notice that they're changing everything ever so often, right? So I'm sorry for the people that sold off their capital gains just to avoid the 66.7 percent, and then all of a sudden it's back to square one, right? So I'm sorry. But hold on. Is that called Boo Boo? Mm, okay, I think I have it. Boom. So yeah. So one of the things is that's a little reason why some folks are confused. And let me know if this is the reason why you're confused about what's happening in the with taxes, or if you don't even care. I think I was asked the other day, are people even concerned about their taxes because of what's happening in the States with the tariffs and everything, or the economy, or the possibility, um, mm, the possibility of a recession, right? And I don't want to say that R word real quick, but it's like life is lifing for a lot of folks. And I really hope that a lot of people are still thinking about overall everything and just getting their taxes sorted out, right? So let's see. In this article, mm, mm, 40% are unaware of any mid-season changes when it comes to their income filing. Uh, it's kind of a lot. That's kind of a lot. And also, 37% actually don't feel confident in knowing how to maximize their tax refund. And that's where I come in, because I'm a type of person that will educate you about that. So I would say, and here's the process. I don't think I talked about the process with doing your taxes with me, right? First, I send you an online questionnaire. I'm able to uh, find out the information that is ideally needed to be able to start your tax. And then you have two options. There are two options that you can do. You can either put everything in a folder, an online folder where it's um, password protected, so I'm able to do your taxes, and then afterwards I have a tax strategy afterwards. I think I'm gonna give that to everyone so they're able to know what to do throughout 2000 or 2025, right? Or the second option is booking an appointment with me so we could do it together, and then that way you'll be able to talk to me face either in person or virtually. So, but that is after you've collected everything. Ladies and gentlemen, don't come to me if you don't have everything together, please. I will even send you a checklist if you need it. But actually, if you book an appointment with me and it's in person or virtually, I will send a checklist of the things I need just in case. But it is more beneficial for you that way. So you're not just sending me a whole heap of emails, because it has been happening as of late and it's just flooding my emails. If you want to do it like that, cool, 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 cool. I'm just giving you an option because um, it gets overwhelming, right? And I think you will get a better experience with me if you actually book an appointment and we sit down and talk about all these strategies, because I'll give you more strategies when you're having a conversation with me. I will provide with an email a strategy, but I feel like it's better when we're face to face online and everything. So that's the reason why and getting a better understanding, like this the last 2 weeks, the conversations I've been having have been wild on why things are happening with people. And golly, I can't wait to have a webinar about being prepared for your taxes throughout the year, right? So that's just one thing. Um, and yeah, I'm just really concerned when there's 37% of folks that don't feel confident about maximizing their tax refund. And this is like goes to the seniors, this goes to the self-employed, this goes to the regular folks. Like, I had to literally calm someone down, and didn't really calm them down as much, but it was like I was trying to give them a peace of mind of saying, like, hey, this situation that's happening to you is once in a blue moon, if you push through and just calmly do the suggestions that I mentioned, then you're going to see the benefits next year. And that's, and also, I'm not going to rant, I promise. But to everyone that does things throughout the year, whether you purchase something, you start living with someone, common law, please tell me. Please tell me before the tax season starts, because I can't give you any suggestions if you don't tell me what's up. Right? We want to be mindful about that. Just tell me. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna cuss you out if you sell a house or anything, right? Um, so mm, mm, so that's something you want to be mindful about. This one I like. And I know this is the reason why a lot of people are rushing to do their taxes. But you also want to be mindful. So wanting a quarter of people are actually trying to get their taxes done because they're trying to pay off debt this year. I know life is lifing for a lot of y'all. I know. And you want to use a tax refund to pay off some debt and things. However, if you pay off that debt, which is amazing, that's amazing. But if you are if you get reassessed, I've seen it so many times, especially for folks. Okay, first things first. First things first. If you worked more than, if you're employed at more than one place, do not rush your taxes. Okay? Do not rush your taxes. I literally got 3 extra tax slips for someone but they had them, right? They had them, which is fine. If you work more than one place, do not rush me to do your taxes. If you had investments, do not rush me to do your taxes, because especially if you haven't given me your tax slips, you know for sure that you're going to be reassessed. And most likely, if have investments and you haven't provided those tax slips, you're going to be owing back. And the last thing I want, and I'm stressing that, the last thing I need you guys to happen to you is that you pay off your debt and then you have to owe back CRA. CRA will charge you interest. CRA will charge you interest, right? So let's be mindful about that and all that good stuff. So here's some tips. Tips and tricks. Tips and tricks about that. And I'm so fortunate for the folks that like print their things or like put their stuff in a folder. So tips on being able to file smart. So make sure you get your tax slips, whether it's like ADP or whether it's, where's another, I can't remember all of them. What's the wage point? So wage point, ADP, wage point, other things like other financial places, they will provide you your tax slip. So just ask the employer that you're at for their tax slips, right? Be able to put that in a folder where you can scan and give it to me. Boom. Now you have a high interest savings account, right? Or you have investments. I know for sure Questrade was able to send me an email saying that they have my stuff. Tangerine sent something. Go into your financial institutions to print out or save those tax slips, whether it's your T3 or your T5, the T5008, so on and so forth. Keep those. I want to make sure you guys have those. So just in case CRA doesn't have them in your CRA account, you have them and boom. Also, listen, just save your password. Keep a certain password just for your CRA account. Just keep it. just keep it. That's all you have to do, right? Have that for to be able to be mindful about that, because every year I'm gonna ask you. Every year I'm gonna ask you what every year I'm gonna ask you, can I get access to your CRA? So that will be helpful. Even now, the joke is, before I used to not trust people with having their tax slips because they usually forget what they have. Now I don't trust CRA with their tax slips, and I'm trusting in other folks. So, you know what? You guys gave me hope. You guys have given me hope that you are organized and everything. And actually, let's go to this. I'm going to go to this one. This one I'm going to show because this one's very important and I want you guys to be mindful about it. Okay? Um, Coming from CTV News. So you know that I am not making this stuff up. Okay? So this is the reason why everything's happening. So, less than 3 weeks before the tax filing deadline, eek! Some Canadians are noticing that their T3s and other slips are missing, even down to RRSPs. Um, Go to your Sun Life, your Manulife, your I think Prime America, B2B. I'm just thinking of ones that I normally see. Ask them, where is your RRSP contribution, or better yet, especially if you've done some this year, just calculate it in your on your bank account, or your bank account, I would say, right? Just so you'd be able to have that. So boom, see, the autofill doesn't work, so I'm not even gonna do that. I've been trying, but that's just because the new program, whatever program CRA decided to do there, it's just not working, and it's highly annoying. Um, as you can see. So manual entry is necessary, and that's okay. That's why I gave you the tips, is provide me with your tax slips so you're able to have that. I'm hoping and praying that they now the thing is, if this is a delay, if there's a delay with tax slips, I'm wondering how the delay is going to be with people receiving their refund and stuff, right? Trust me, if you owe, they don't care. They're going to add that interest on, right? Um as you can see, it says here some early returns are Mm-mm. Actually, this hasn't happened to me. I've Every tax that I've done so far has gone through, unless there was something that was had an issue. So this is definitely, don't worry. When you work with me, everything's good except non-resident taxes. If you're another citizen, if you're a non-Canadian citizen and you're living somewhere else, it doesn't work. So I actually have to tackle that and send that in. And I really don't want to send anything to the CRA. That's going to take 8 weeks time. Golly. That actually reminds me, I have to do that tomorrow or today. But I would say try not to wait till the last minute to do your taxes as well. So just, collect your stuff. Collect your things on time. Collect your things on time. Um, what else? Eek. So ideally, anyone that's going onto their CRA account and they're getting nervous that they don't see anything, ask your employer. Another tip and trick: ask your employer. Go and seek use your pay stub as well, but go to the source. Go to the source, and everything, and then you'll be able to be okay, right? Um, what else do I have? Ooh, I had a funny conversation with a friend the other day. Um, I'm not gonna say your name. I'm not gonna say your name, but I'm trying not to say your name, so I have to be mindful how I say this. So one of my friends was like, "Yo, what's the benefit of getting married?" I thought there was a way that there's there's incentive of getting married. There is incentive of getting married. It's not only love and things, guys, or being common law. That's not the only reason. You do get incentives. It's just most people don't reap the benefits if you don't plan accordingly, right? So that's one thing. Um, of being a couple, and this is either common law or common law or married. So big up the people then. So you would probably wonder, oh, how are there ways that we can split income to reduce tax? There's a couple. There's a couple, and I think I'm going to make a reel about this. So the first thing is income splitting. You can actually do income splitting, and I know, but that takes planning. I don't expect you just to do it like from the jump and then you don't know how to do it, right? So one way to do income splitting, big up to the self-employed folks or ideally incorporated folks. You can hire your spouse. Who's better to have a business with than the person that your life person that's with you, right? So you're able to hire your spouse for a particular job and pay them accordingly. No, you're not paying them peanuts. You're actually paying them a proper wage to be able to reduce your taxable income. Again, this is finding ways to reduce your taxable income, whether it's in the business or your personal. So that's one way. When you run a business, you can split income. Another way is dividends income. Dividends income. Boom, bam, bam. You can actually make, and I actually learned something about this because I was trying to help another tax specialist to do this as well, is like how to split income, sorry, split dividends income. So you can actually have your spouse as a shareholder in your business and pay them dividends. So see, there's a one way. You can have them as a worker or employee, or you can have them as a shareholder where you're able to pay dividends. Ideally, you're thinking, yo, but there's money going out of out of my business, but it's coming back to you because you guys are together, right? So you're able to manage that. This one, I've been able to do this mostly with the older folks. I'll say that. I won't call you guys seniors or elders. I'm trying to respect people then. Um, One thing is to do pension income splitting. And obviously, this is for folks that are 65 and older. So I was about to say a wild sentence, but I stopped myself. So if you have a significant other that is a little bit older than you and they reach 65, there's a possibility that they could do income splitting with you. Um, so you and your spouse can split eligible pension income after age 65 to the lower taxable income. Yes, the person that has more income, you won't be able to you won't see how this well no, the person with the higher income, you will benefit. It's the lower person that feels like they won't. I actually did that the other day, and my theory is always I rather both people benefit than just one person benefiting. Even though the money is coming into the family, I just don't know how people deal with the refunds. So when I did I seen someone where like this person was gonna pay this much and this person was gonna get a refund like this. So I was able to make both of them get a refund. And yes, it's less, but I'm helping you save a lot in tax savings, right? And I think it's always beneficial to make sure everyone wins. And that's just, tax planning. And I always give that option. I always give an option. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you should do this, but I can only give you a suggestion on how to do this. And so this is ideally for the folks that are like, oh, so I have to wait till I'm 65 to benefit. Yes, be with your loved one for a long time. If you're in your 40s or 30s, you have a benefit, right? Of doing this. So that's an idea. And then there's investment income. Ah, so then there's investment income, right? Um, you and your spouse or a loved one can split dividends or capital gains to reduce taxable income. And I've done this as well with others. There's another income. I think it's the same. Yeah, it's practically the same. So investment income. So if you're just thinking about stocks, you can, if you're both on the account, so if you have a joint account, that's ideal. Be able to split that. And you can decide. I've actually seen account where it was 90% one spouse and 10% the other. So you can actually decide how much percent it's going to be, just to get the benefits from that and just reducing. So like if someone has a higher income, they're still going to benefit than the lower income person, right? And another one is rental income. So if you guys have a rental property or investment property, split it halfway. So you both will be able to reap the benefits. Or if the higher taxable income person is gonna get dinged, just put on theirs. Just put on theirs, right? That's one way to see it. And you're probably wondering, okay, is there anything else, Kamille? Yes, actually, you can with medical expenses. So there's medical expenses and also there's medical expenses and donations. So depending on how much money you put towards, you can either put it on one person's taxes so they can reap the benefits, or I can split it both ways with both of you. And again, I always try to see what's the best option for both of you. You guys are a team, right? Team player. Um, and if you guys remember the conversation I had with a baddie, tax baddie, don't be slick. I'm talking to you. Do not be slick. I know you wanna wanna book that you're single. CRA will catch you. If you keep slipping, CRA will catch you, right? And I'm that type of person. La 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 la. I don't want to hear it. I rather you guys do it the right way because my name's gonna be on that than doing it the wrong way. All right. Let me see. Like I think I went down everything um that would you guys would need to get help. And oh, do I want to do the tax Bible? Let me see. Let me see. It's been a minute since I've shown the tax Bible, right? Let me see. Let me see. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be mindful about your taxes. And I'm sorry, I do cater to everyone, every province, but I'm going to be doing Ontario province because that's the one I'm accustomed to. Let's see. Let's see. Mm, it's been a minute since I've looked at the tax Bible. Big up tax tips, right? So again, I want folks to be mindful about like what's happening. So now that you see this, you have an idea of what's going to happen throughout the year. So if you're making 52,000 and less, you're more likely to get a better or a higher tax refund because of the amount, and then just basic tax deductions and credits, be able to see that. Um, but when you get to like, and even that, this actually doesn't even matter. It just basically how your tax deductions is and your tax credits on how you're able to determine whether you're going to get a tax refund or tax owing. So if you, the people that love to say, "Come here, I've been paying so many taxes," don't worry, it's gonna come back in full for you, right? But the folks that I really want to be mindful is the folks that are over 100K, right? So and this is why it's ideal to make sure that you contribute to your RRSP, or you do a tax strategy throughout the year. Like, let's say you're making 105K, you really want to utilize your RSP contributions. And I've been seeing folks that are over 100K, they're really utilizing their RSP because they realize how important it is to reduce your taxable income. Um, so if you're making more than 80K, I suggest that you be mindful of your taxable income. And see, every dollar you make when you're over 100K, your every dollar you earn, you're giving back. What's his name now? I don't even know this guy. I was so used to saying Trudeau, but I think it's Mark something. So every time you pay a dollar or you earn a dollar, you have to give them back 31 cents. So let's think of ways how to utilize your tax, to bring down your taxable income. So that's RSPs, that is donations. And you know what? I really got to focus on donations because for me personally, there's so many things that have happened, like being a caregiver, and stuff that I know that I would want to donate. A big up March of Dimes because they hooked me up with certain things for my grandma or dad, or just having that conversation. So you guys will see some of my dollars, and that's just me trying to give back for them being helpful. And just, if you have a cause, give back with donations. Or if you're self-employed, just thinking about different ways, different expenses that you have to be able to reduce your taxable income, right? So I just wanted to show you guys this just to have a peace of mind of how to think about your taxes in the future. But yeah, I'm kind of tired. I need to get some food in my system again, and it's still a long day, a long day. But no, I really appreciate everyone that has been hitting me up. And please, again, if you want to get your taxes done, hold on, message me, email me, and I'll be able to give you the online questionnaire and be able to provide you with that service. I know some people may feel like I'm ignoring them. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I'm just dealing with a lot. I am caregiving, I am doing bookkeeping, I am doing taxes, I am just trying to be a human being. So give me grace, and I'm giving myself grace as well. All right. So make sure. I'll be back for Easter. I think I'm gonna have a special guest next week. So that's why I wanted to give you guys this before tax season ends, because you guys have no excuse. You can't tell me, "Oh, Camille, you never told me about anything." I give you guys this information throughout the whole year. Okay? Okay. So make sure you like. Oh wow. Wow. See, the hate's real. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And just the last thing I could say is you don't have to worry. Don't rush. Don't rush doing your taxes until you have everything organized and stuff, right? I don't want to see a bag of receipts. I want it organized, or I have so many spreadsheets to give you. So, yeah. Much love. Yeah. And again, thank you, Black Moms Connection. It's an honor every time I do one of those webinars. I do think about my mom, and I'm so happy I didn't have to do it last week because I don't think I would have been able to manage it. But to like the Black moms or moms in general, you ladies are heroes. Yes, fathers, you are superheroes as well. Um, and to my friends that have lost a parent in the last couple weeks, months, my heart goes out to you. Every time I hear someone has lost a parent, it takes a toll on me. So, and I'm trying to, hold it down and seek, give you guys guidance of how I felt. So just much love, check on your friends that act strong and everything. But yeah, and that's another one, folks. Peace and love. I'll see you next week. Peace.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free.